Good evening, family. Tonight I want to talk about an incident that occurred in Chicago on yesterday. It's dealing with the death of a rapper and alleged gang member. But before I continue, I would like to offer the family condolences. Generally, I wouldn't give a damn about a gang member dying, but it was the way he died which softened my heart. The person I am speaking about went by the name THF TP. TP was short for Two Pistols. THF, better known as Trigger Happy Family, is a gang out of the Woodlawn area of Chicago's South Side. Now, I won't get into the history of THF, who has two cliques, 4-6 and 4-4. There are plenty of videos that can fill you in, but TP was a member of 4-6. Yesterday, a video was shown online that showed TP being murdered in front of his baby mother and her kids, one child being directly surrounded by the two gunmen as they murdered her father. Thank goodness they didn't turn the gun on their child. I am showing images of TP as well as members of 4-6 and their main rivals, members of the gang 051 Young Money, also from the Woodlawn area. To see how this young man was murdered in the presence of his family was sickening. But this was years in the making, I feel, due to a video he made almost 10 years ago called Bus Stop. In this video, TP and members of 4-6 mocked the death of 051 member named Lil Mark. Little Mark, who was also a rapper, was gunned down at a bus stop on the city's south side. I reference a lot of crime stories in my videos from the city of Chicago, a city in which I once lived, but it is no different than any other city, like Memphis, for example. This same activity happens here and in other cities. We just see these crimes on live now. Murder videos being plastered on various social media platforms at an alarming rate. Most of these videos show the murder of young black men at the hands of other black men, fighting for a cause only they are aware of, not your everyday civilian unless you live in these areas. Us killing us. What can be done about it? Why does it continue to go on? This man was walking down the street with his family on Chicago's west side when his life was taken in an instant. The gunman standing over him, making sure he didn't survive. Gone are the days of giving a pass when we're family. There are no rules in today's streets. By making a video nearly 10 years ago, this man has now lost his life after recently signing a deal to begin rapping on a larger scale. But what he is rapping about is utter destruction, dissing the dead, throwing out slick death threats to their rivals, all on wax. To see that child running from the scene, running from the gunman to catch up with her mother, who had ran off from her, only to realize that her baby was in the midst of this tragic event. These children looked like they were no more than 5 or 6 years of age witnessing this. When will enough be enough? Why are we doing this when we have bigger fish to fry? Will the women Old folks and children have a man around them to provide, to protect. Will they? This family is another never-ending story of sorrow and heartbreak, a story of trauma and all that goes with it. Look closely at the images being shown and read some of the posts they write as they diss the dead and each other. We are now seeing members from the gang 051 Young Money. Just ride with me, family. Ride with me on this. Many of these members from both sides that are being shown in this video are dead. They are no longer here, fighting a war that they've been fighting for many, many years now, with no end in sight. Just check out some of these notes, some of these posts, dissing one another, calling out people that they feel are rats. This is the brother of Lil Durk, who was closely affiliated with 4-6 by the name of D-Thing. Lil Durk's manager, who went by THF Chino, who's no longer here, he was closely affiliated with 4-6. Lil Durk has taken a lot of losses due to these wars. This is Chino that's on the screen showing now. THF Chino. What happened to learning a trade where you can be your own boss? What happened to learning something you enjoy that doesn't involve the streets, that could help you provide for you and your family? To you young people, the streets is a trap, one that you may not make it out of alive. Jail and death is not cool. Being free to live your life is cool. Now we're showing another member from 051 by the name of Fat Ed. And shortly we'll be seeing images of Lil Mark. Rest in peace to this young man, and condolences and prayers to his family. But young people, let this be another lesson as to what awaits you when you involve yourself in criminal activity. There is another way. Just be willing to go the extra mile to see it through. Until next time, family.